What's up, everybody? Let's talk about having an attitude of gratitude today. And I'm sure if you're watching this and you're in a rehab, you have heard attitude of gratitude probably 1,000 times. But I think it's important. When you were out there, not just you, me, all recovering addicts, when we were out there and we were getting high, what gratitude did we have? We had gratitude for the dope boy. We had gratitude for the money that we had in our pocket to get dope. We had gratitude that Granny left her purse in the kitchen while she went to take a piss and we was able to get in there and steal 25 bucks. We had gratitude for the needle. We had gratitude because we was loyal to the foil. We had gratitude for everything negative. And all the positive shit we took advantage of. So we might have said when we were in addiction, like, oh yeah, I'm really appreciative for you loaning me 20 bucks, man. Hey mom, thank you for loaning me some money. Hey mom, thank you for giving me a place to lay my head tonight so I'm not sleeping in a bando or this fucking van. But you weren't really grateful. I wasn't really grateful. I didn't give a fuck what anybody gave me. Only thing I cared about was what I was going to get with what they gave me. And if they didn't give it to me, I was going to take it. That's what we do in addiction. So what I'm saying is now, if you're watching this and you are in a rehab facility or you're sitting on your couch or whatever, wherever you're watching this from, understand that if you're sober, that you need to maintain and keep this attitude of gratitude daily, all day. Count your blessings daily. Because there is people out there dying to get in these rehab facilities that some of us were lucky enough, blessed enough to be welcomed into and given the tools to put in our bag to maintain sobriety. So say you're in a rehab facility right now and you're watching me in this video box talk to you in a rehab facility right now. I know that shit gets monotonous. I know that meetings, I know that groups, I know that individual counseling, dealing with everybody else's drama and bullshit gets monotonous as a motherfucker and it gets old. I know, but life is monotonous. You have to learn to embrace the monotony and the structure of rehab in order to maintain that structure on the outside. It all comes down to willpower and discipline. I preach on those two things all the time, man. And if you're a veteran and you're watching this, I'm sure you can relate. I'm not a veteran, I'm a patriot. I got a lot of friends that are veterans, but they'll tell you the same thing, man. Discipline and structure are your best friends. They will never fail you. Your friends that you think are your best friends, they'll run. They'll tell on you. Even family members, man, they'll run. They'll tell on you. But that discipline and that willpower that you keep in your mind, that will never fail you. That will not run from you. That is something that nobody can take from you. Whatever you put into your head, like discipline and willpower and just sheer fucking will, man, and the want and desire for sobriety, nobody can take that from you but you. You are the only one that can strip yourself of what you have built inside of your mind. What strong structure you have built inside of your mind. You're the only one that can tear it down. Nobody else can climb inside your head and tear it down for you. So be grateful that you're waking up and you got something to eat. Be grateful that you're waking up into bed. Yeah, you probably got to make your bed. So what? Good. You should make your bed every day. But be grateful for everything. Then, when you get up out of that rehab and you get an apartment or wherever you go to live, when you acquire shit, when you acquire things, your gratitude level for those things will be unbelievable, like a 10 plus on the scale of gratitude. I know when I was out getting high, man, The shit I did have, I robbed for it. I stole for it. I sold for it. Done a lot of things for it. And I was not grateful for it. But after I got my sobriety and I got my family wanted to be around me again, I got a vehicle, a place to live, like all this shit, man, it just came because I kept the hunger and the motivation and the want and desire for the things that I never had. And when I got them, man, I was so much more appreciative and grateful for them. Now, I know I'm rambling on now about gratitude. I think I've said enough. I'm sure you guys hear gratitude, attitude, or gratitude daily. So I'm not going to keep harping on it too much. But understand that you have to have, and I've said this in multiple videos because I cannot stress it enough. You have to have willpower. Listen, it takes willpower to get up in the morning and go to a job that you don't want to go to. It takes willpower to get off of work at 7 o'clock and go to a meeting at 8 o'clock. It takes willpower to stay in rehab. It takes willpower to do everything. You know, remember the willpower that you had when it was like, I don't know, 10 in the morning and you woke up and you literally had no drugs, but you knew that you was about to hit a lick in like 45 minutes? Even though you felt like shit, the fucking willpower that was in your mind, the drive that told you, oh, we're about to go get this money. Use that same type of willpower and motivation for sobriety and appreciation. One last thing I want to mention, man, is, look, I've been up all night working and I'm tired. So if I'm jumping around a little bit, bear with me. But what I'm saying is the last thing I want to harp on is complacency. Complacency is so deadly, man. Complacency is not only deadly to addicts, man. Complacency is deadly to your average American blue-collar working man. Right? If there's a dude running a crane and he's got a big piece of steel up over your head and you're underneath of it, he don't see you. And he's got to set it down right there and you're too busy with your earbuds in talking to some chick on Messenger and you get squashed, you died or got maimed because you was complacent. So what I'm saying is it's deadly in the real world, in the working world, but it's very deadly in recovery. A lot of people get this sobriety time under their belt, man. I've seen it. Dudes with 20 years, man. They get the sobriety and they think that they've got it beat and they get comfortable. Never get comfortable with being comfortable, but get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Let me say that again. Never get comfortable with being comfortable, but get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Do I need to pause? Listen, I mean it. Stay uncomfortable, because when you get comfortable, you get complacent. When you get complacent, you forget what you're doing, and it's easy to return and relapse and go back to where you came from. This recovery walk, this fucking marathon, this lifelong freaking triathlon called recovery that you will have to walk through will not be easy. It will hurt sometimes. But majority of the time, it's going to be fucking awesome. You're going to start to enjoy shit that you never knew you could enjoy. But complacency will cause you to go back to old habits. Listen, if you've been to rehab a couple times, then you know what I'm talking about, okay? You go to rehab, you get out, you got 6 months clean, you got a motherfucking job, you got a car, you got a girl, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, man. You got these things and you're doing good, and you're like, man, fuck it. Look, I've been clean for like 6 months. One Bud Light at O'Charlie's ain't gonna fuck with me. Yeah, it will. You don't know it. because you're not an alcoholic, you're an addict. Okay. That's where it starts, though. You know, when you was growing up, your teachers and shit, everybody be like, marijuana, that's a gateway drug. Okay, well, it kind of is, man. And not for everybody, but I'm just saying, as a recovering addict, I believe in total fucking hardcore abstinence, abstaining from all substances, alcoholic and non. Because for me, if I take a drink, I want to put some white powder up my nose. You know what I'm saying? They go hand in hand. I can't go. Some people can, man. And oh my God, I wish I had their genetic makeup, I guess, because I've seen some people that can go and have a beer, man, and they're cool. They don't even have a second one, and it doesn't faze them. Me, I can't have shit. I can't, man. Like, I could barely use mouthwash. I'm not even alcoholic. Because if I use mouthwash, I get that little bit of taste of alcohol, and I'm like, damn, I had a lot of fun when I was getting drunk from time to time. Let me go get a beer. Then I go get a beer. And then, bro, look, I crack it. I drink it. 5 minutes later, I'm getting high. I'm just saying, man, don't get complacent. Just don't. You know, embrace the shit, man. Embrace the suffering. You can do it. I've been rambling for like 12 minutes. I tend to ramble for about 12 minutes every time I make a video. I don't know why, but stay hungry, man. Stay hungry all the time. You know, it all comes down to mental toughness and willpower. I don't know if y'all seen it or not. I think it's on YouTube. Ray Lewis, the football player Ray Lewis, has this little speech he gives, and he's talking about lions. You know, and us as men, we want to say we're fucking lions because we're men. We're Spartans, right? So the thing about the lions is they're not the biggest animal in the jungle. The lion is not even the fastest animal in the jungle or the desert, Sahara, whatever. The biggest is probably an elephant. The fastest is probably a cheetah. But why is the lion the king of the entire area? It's because of his mind, his mindset. He is an alpha hunter. He takes what he wants. He is aggressive and he rules with his mind. You know, if you get a pack of hyenas on a lion, they're going to probably chew his ass up. But they already know, except for these rare occasions, they already know we ain't fucking with that dude. That's the way, that's the reason I say that is because that's how you need to be about your recovery. You need to be a lion. Get that animalistic lion mentality and keep it in your head. Women, you too, man. I mean, I speak to dudes a lot, but you know, the same goes for you all, man. Be a lioness, man. Keep that savage mentality and keep your mind strong, because your mind is what's going to keep you from relapse. Even just a lapse, but a full-blown relapse. So I didn't go as hard in this video as I normally do because I'm tired, but you know, that's just a little bit of what I think about complacency and a few other things. And pray every day. Pray and meditate to your higher power. You know what I mean? You're going to need that. So enjoy.